Hey everyone, what's up? It's TheUnproPro here, and okay, I'm going to be answering the RPG Maker Q&As. So, let's go ahead and begin. I'm not going to be answering all of them in this episode because that'll take a little bit longer. So this probably will continue next week. So yay! Next Tuesday. All right. Anyways, Arco the Oshawott asks. This, by the way, this is in the order from earliest to newest. He asks, "Can you do parallax mapping?" Sure. Let me go ahead and explain how that works. So I'm going to make a new map, and it's going to be 25 by 25. Now you want to make a new image. In this case, I made this image right here. It's just an awesome, epic map. Anyway, I made this image here, and I got the size 800 by 800. Well, how you get that is the width of the map, the width of the image, whatever this is, times 32. Same thing with the height. In this case, 25 times 32 is 800. So therefore, my image size should be 800 by 800. Alright. So next thing you want to do is, after you create your map, you want to go to the resource manager. You want to import a parallax map, the image that you made in the GIMP, or whatever other image editor you're using to make your maps with. It could be Photoshop, it could be anything you want. You want to import it so that it's in your parallaxes area. Next, you want to make a blank image, an empty, transparent image. If it's got like a solid color like black or white or anything like that, just click the solid color. All you gotta do is click it, and it'll turn transparent. This is very important. You want to import this into your tile sets area, because you're gonna need to go into the database after you do that and create a blank tile set. Give tile A1 and A2 completely the empty map. Now you want to make the second tile, or you want to make everything actually circles. The bottom left tile, you want to make an X, which means where the snow would be on the map here. So we're going to click OK on that. We're going to change our tile set, though. We're going to change to the exterior tile set. Now it will be this tile right here. This is the walls of your map. So go ahead and oops, I forgot to change this. So you want to select your parallax graphic from here. Select it. And you want to do loop horizontal, loop vertical, because if you don't, it just sticks. So you want to do loop, you want to show it in the editor. Now you want to put something light, like this shadow, for example. You want to put that over this. I know it's going to look weird, but don't worry, it won't look weird when in the final render. Now where your walls are, all you have to do is put the snow tiles. I know you can't really hardly see it, but this is basically how you make walls. There are different tile sets that you can use to make this work like that. You can have like certain things, X's and stuff for the tile sets. It's gonna allow you to pass through that. Anyway, so yeah, this is just the walls. This is how you draw on the map. So now we're gonna go to the events layer. And we are going to make a new event, and it's going to be a parallel process, and we're going to go to the third tab over here. We're going to select change tile set, and we're going to change the tile set to the blank tile set. Now we're going to put the player's starting position here, and we're going to see how that looks. However, the map will be awkwardly scrolling. I'm going to show you exactly how to fix that. As you can see, we also have our walls, but it's not aligned with the map because, well, it's moving slower than we are because of the way it's designed. Now, to fix the parallax scrolling, you want to go to the script editor. You want to go to, I think it's sprite set map. If not, then I'll pause the video and find it. Parallax. I believe it is somewhere in here. Let me see. Aha! Update parallax. Here we go. Alright. Parallax name. Okay, right here, you want to do, I think it's times 16. I think. Let me go ahead and test that, and if not, then I'll pause it and figure it out. I'm gonna pause it anyways for 1 second here. Back. Alright, guys, I am back, and let's try this out. I believe it was times, no! That is, that is definitely not the value. In that case, I believe it was times 2. pretty sure it was ×2. So all you have to do is add an asterisk and 2 right in this area. And then your parallaxes will be completely fixed, and you can now enjoy parallax mapping. See? The walls are still aligned with this thing. Sort of. Okay, yeah. Yep. It's all lined up perfectly. As you can see, we have the opening right here. I'm going to show you exactly where my character is with the mouse, if you want to follow it. The wall here, wall here, wall here, wall here. So yeah, that's how you do parallax mapping. So Arco, I hope this helped you and Ninja. Let's move on to the next question. Here we go. Next question is, what does it take to make a fast and immediate, intense, and enjoyable RPG Maker game? That's a pretty good question. It really all depends on personal preference, really. Stretching. I think what a lot of people prefer is an intense story, very, very story-driven, but not too long of cutscenes. Like, don't carry out cutscenes for too long. If you do have long cutscenes, try to make them somewhat interactive, to where they don't have to sit there and read all the time. You know, reading's good, but, you know, like, when you read a lot, then it's just not really, as entertaining, like, as it would normally be. Especially if you have voice acting, though, longer cutscenes can be a lot more enjoyable. So I recommend kind of making sure that everything's kind of balanced. Like, having a good, fun battle system with epic bosses. I think that's really some of the key important things to make a fast, intermediate, but intense and enjoyable game. So, yeah, that's I guess that's my thoughts on that. How to start a good game? Like, make a good intro. I can't do that. I need help. Yeah, like the evasive cleric said. If you know about cutscenes, then it really is all about creativity. But I guess a few good pointers and tips would be, for the intro, try to kind of cover the character a little bit, but not too much. Let the player discover who the character is throughout the game. Not like midway through, because you know you should know about the character by then. But any character that's introduced, you know, you can kind of do that with. You can kind of tell a little bit about them, and maybe, you know, discover a little bit more as you play for like 5 or 10 more minutes or something like that. Let's see. Is there a way to make it so the character can say something in text boxes during a battle, other than troops events list? I have no idea what you mean. I literally have no idea what you mean. You mean like having the, I don't know, like text boxes hovering over the characters? If not, then I have no idea like what you're talking about. Like, the troops event list is pretty much the same thing as regular map events, but just with troops and battle events enabled and stuff. And different, like a little bit different handlings. As far as like when it's called and stuff like that comes along. Okay, Crow asks, how would one go about implementing a quest log without scripts? Without using scripts? Well, that's actually not as hard as you think. I actually have a quest system, I don't have a quest log, using events, and if you want to watch that video, just, I guess, comment on this, and if you can't find it, all you have to do is go to my channel and click the little magnifying glass thing and just search for quests. I think it's in Season 3. If you can learn how to use events like that, then you might be able to learn how to use, or how to make a quest log. This guy asks, okay, 125J Jordan asks, how do I add weather, day and night, diagonal walking, and combat in my games? Combat, you would probably want to use XAS or Perl ABS for that. You can Google them if you want. They're really easy to find. They're not too hard to get used to, but it does take a little bit of patience because the scripts for that are a little bit, well, you can kind of plug and play it if you copy the characters, but you're going to want to learn how to actually use it. Again, it's not too hard, it just takes a little bit of patience in reading. Day and night, there's also a script for that. There is also a script for day and night. The weather, is as simple as, well, I have a video on it, but I'll just go ahead and show you here. The weather is as simple as doing a parallel process, if you wanted to do it that way. And you would do, let me find the weather. I think it's in, yeah, it's in the second one. You want to do set weather effects, and you can do rain, storm, or snow. You can change the power here. When you go inside, you want to make it like you want to do the same thing, but you want to select none when you go inside of a house. Otherwise, it's going to be raining inside your house because it doesn't update, or it doesn't stop if you switch maps. So there you go. That is how you do weather. Alrighty. What next? Okay, Raft Production asks, how to make a menu that fits for a horror game without all that skill thing, etc. Well, to remove the skills, it's actually not as hard as you think. You want to go to the script editor, you want to go to scene, you want to go to window, menu, command, right here. And here's all your stuff. You can remove it here, just remove that one line. You can remove skills, equip, stats, and all that. You can just keep items if you wanted to. This is the formation. You can do all that. This says save. This game in. You can also add your own here, but they won't be able to do anything unless you know how to script your own menus, which that's also not that hard. It's pretty fun if you want to get into scripting. Alright, last question. No, I guess I'll interrupt the Nintendo, Nintendo Freak 612. 612. Alright, so Delightful Gohan Rocks asks, can you do a gravity system like on Dragon Ball Z? Well, it's not really that hard. There actually is a jumping script that has that kind of effect, but for the flying itself, you can just always turn throw on, and then you can kind of, or through on. I keep saying throw. Anyways, you can always turn through on, which by setting the move route of the player, which will allow him to pass through everything. Now, if you want to make it to where like the player is above everything else, then there are two ways that you can do that. One of them is, like for example, you can copy the tile set and then make everything passable. That's another way you can do that. And it'll look like the player is completely above everything, especially if you remove all the stars from the other thing. Which I'll show you here. See how you got all these stars? Hold on, let me show you one where you can actually see it better. These stars mean the tile is in front of your character. But if you make a copy of the tile set and you just make everything circles, then the character will appear to be above everything else. So that's one way, and the other way is you can actually make the character invisible and then have an event that looks like the player, has the same graphic as the player, and completely is in the same position as the player by using set event location. And you can move around doing that if it's evented, and that's another way you can make it look like it's flying. I think that's what you mean. Question: how do you create an automatic battle? I mean, okay, Tom Excited U95. Yes, that. How do you create an automatic battle? I mean, like the intro of Tales of Vesperia, you know that. Okay, automatic battles are done through battle events. I have a video, SE02 space E15. And I think that's the one. It's battle events. It teaches you how to use those a little bit. So you can use battle events to make automatic battles. Through forcing actions and stuff like that. What switch does on troops on battle events? Huh? Same thing, enemies, database, on action. I know how to use switches, isn't different on battle them on map. I don't know, like... Okay, let me try to... What switch does on troops on the same thing enemies? I don't know what you mean, dude. I'm sorry. On action patterns. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Alright, that is it for this episode. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.